ways, I think that it's probably best for us to zoom out a little bit because if we reach back to the physiomedicalists, we can think about the way that herbs act on tissue types.
Mm,
And
yeah.
so we can divide our bodies into several tissue types. And one of those tissue types is connective tissue. And it's really fascinating what that entails because we think of it primarily in terms of the tendons and the ligaments. But the bone itself is also connective tissue that's simply the earthier, stonier connective tissue, which also, is such a more complicated organ than we used to think it was. We're learning more and more about the endocrine function of the bone. And the
Wow.
blood is actually just connective tissue that's very much the element of water, but the platelets are like the fibers of the more solid connective tissues. And so when we're talking about and the fascia is a name, I believe it was coined by Ida Rolf, that refers to the tissues between the skin and the organ. That are fibrous in structure and which exist as sheets across the whole body. So each of those sheets will in many ways operate like an autonomous organ. And there are essentially three layers to that we can differentiate. But ultimately, the herbs we're talking about are going to be working on all those layers and are also going to be working on bone and on tendons and ligaments, and probably in some way on blood, but a little bit less so. Um, but the fascia, so think about the word fascia. It